Dear God, it was me. The woman I saw die.
Dead! Great! That wasn't part of the plan. You forced me to do it! Just like Lucy made me want her. See, they're gonna say I lost control and I couldn't stop, but it wasn't like that, was it? No, it wasn't like that. You forced my hand. You came in here, you snooped through my things, you called me a freaking pervert. That was bad. That was very, very bad, Nadine. That was stupid. Don't look at me like that. You asked for it. Admit it. Lucy, you asked for it. Oh, my. Did I say Lucy? I meant Nadine. Well, these stupid people are getting me so rattled, it's a wonder I'm not crazy. Well, so much for Marion's beauty rest. I'm gonna have to clean up this mess, aren't I? Nadine, you're gonna have to leave. I'm sorry. Well, we can't have that group of misfits you call your family coming over here and seeing you like this. It wouldn't be right.
Hey, I see you.
Caught in the act.
I woke up and you were gone.
Yeah, I had Andrew make up a guest room for you so that you can get a good night's sleep.
You take care of me so well. I woke up and I got a crick in my neck.
Well, we can't have that now, can we? Come on, turn around.
Yeah. Right there. Ah, that feels so wonderful.
You got me for as long as you need me.
Yeah. What will the crew think?
They're not going to think anything because I gave them the night off. It's just you and me.
I love you.
And I love you.
Stop sounding so bloody happy. I changed your test results, and you're acting like everything's fine. Well, it's not. She's dead. You did it.
You can go to bed if you want.
You people are worried about sleeping arrangements? You should be destroyed. You should be ready to pack it in. You should be despairing.
No, I'd like to stay up with you, if that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like that.
Come on, Lucy. Cry a little bit. I gave you reason. I made sure of it.
I love it when you hold me.
That's all you better do, Alan Michael.
You sure you don't want something to eat or drink?
Yeah, all right. Fix her a hot cup of cocoa, you sensitive sap. She'll take one look at those marshmallows and forget all about her death sentence. Yeah, right. Hey, Lucy, see this? Huh? Here it is, says right here. HIV positive. I should know, I typed it myself. Nadine will vouch for me, won't you, honey?
What a mess today was. I woke up this morning, I prayed so hard that I would be okay. I guess this was how it was meant to be. When those results came in on that computer, wow, I felt like someone had died. Only then I realized that someone could be me.
You want to know about dying, Lucy? Ask Nadine. She's an expert on the subject.
Oh, if I could trade places with you.
Well, then you'd be as dumb as Blondie here. Come on, Lucy, speak up. I can't hear you. Come on. Tell Ella Michael how this bad news has been like a dagger through your heart. Tell him how it's turned your world upside down and how it'll never be the same for the two of you. Oh. Come on. Tell him how you love him too much to make him watch you die. How it'd be better if you go your separate ways. Tell him. Come on, Lucy, you can be as disgustingly noble as he can. Tell him you want to die alone. It would make my job so much easier.
You know, when I heard those results for the first time, it was like there was this flash or an explosion. And then I felt like there was nothing underneath of me, that there was just this big black hole, and I felt like I was falling faster and faster into it, and the only sounds around me were people crying. I knew that I was going to just break into a million pieces as soon as I hit the bottom, but I didn't.
No, you didn't.
And I was sure that HIV positive was going to mean that things would change forever, but being with those guys tonight and being with you, my life's not over. I'm going to make it.
That's right. I'm trying to tell you. There's nothing so big that we can't beat it. Nothing. No! Come on, Deanie, it's time to go.
What's so funny?
I was just thinking about tonight. Look at you.
You mean with the gang at the diner?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for asking Lillian to bring them by. They really turned around one of the worst nights of my life.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how you'd react.
Yeah, I wasn't either. But, hey, they can fight HIV with humor and courage. So can I.
Hey, what, am I losing my technique here?
No. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Tommy and Bart and the joke they made about Frank dancing.
Oh, I'm glad you're dead, Nadine. You don't have to listen to these dogs.
Pretty funny guys.
And you're pretty cute.
I'm not cute. I'm never cute. I'm adorable. Never cute.
Actually, those guys were incredible. They really found the meaning in life.
Yep, which is to live it to the fullest every day and make tomorrow even better.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Shut up. I don't want to hear it, Lucy. I don't want to hear it. You should be crying. You should be raving at the unfairness of it all. Anything but laughing. I went to a lot of trouble, you know, to make you suffer for what you did to me. And this is the thanks I get. I hate you, Lucy. I hate you.
Can I tell you the best part of tonight?
Mm-hmm.
It was you. Really. You always said that you would stand by me no matter what. And that if my worst nightmare came true, which it did, I could still be in your arms. Michael, you're the reason that I have hope. You're the reason that I can have a future.
It's a wonderful future.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up! You know, killing's not really all that hard once you get used to it. Diner food, Deanie.
Hey, you. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hello?
Hi. Marion Crane?
Marion? You work with my sister Lucy at Spaulding?
Yes, that's right, Lucy's friend.
What are you doing here?
Well,
I mean, you're not alone, are you?
Yes, I am.
Well, nobody should be at these docks at this hour.
You're so right. Thank goodness it's you. You have no idea how afraid I am. I got lost. I'm terrible with directions, just the worst. I've been looking for what seems like hours.
Well, what are you looking for?
Slip number 13. You'd think they wouldn't use that number.
That's Alan Michael Spaulding's mooring place.
Oh, you know it? Yes, of course. I think everyone in town must know that one.
Why would you be calling on him at this hour?
Do you think it's a bad idea? I would hate to be in trouble with my boss. You see, I thought I would be of some comfort about your sister, I mean. I imagine she'd be with him.
How do you know about Lucy?
Well, I was by your family's diner tonight. I saw your dad. And also, Lucy told me about the test before she even took it.
Well, she's very private about certain things, though.
No, not with me. We've gotten pretty close at work, you see. I can't tell you how upset I am about this whole HIV thing. You know, I couldn't sleep. Just the thought of your sweet sister going through such agony. I just had to come down and get up out of my bed and get dressed and come see if she was all right.
Well, I don't think she's here, though.
Well, where else would she be? She and Alan Michael are so in love.
Well, I'll be sure to tell her, though. I mean, I'm sure she'll appreciate your concern, but, Marion, I don't think tonight's a good night.
Of course. Whatever you think's best. Oh, dear, you think I'm pushy, don't you?
No, just more careless than anything else.
Yes, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Aside from being a bother to Lucy, I'm taking a terrible chance coming here, you know. Every woman must think it'll never happen to her. Good night.
But you know better.
I beg your pardon?
Well, a couple weeks ago when my sister's car was attacked, we came by Spaulding, Cutter, and I, and we asked you a bunch of questions, and you seemed to get real upset, and Lucy stopped us. She said that something bad had happened to you.
Yes, well, there it is again, that thoughtfulness of yours.
Well, I have to ask myself, I mean, what are you doing at this place?
Well, I would do anything for Lucy.
Well, some bad things have happened here, Marion.
Yes, I can imagine. The dock must attract a rather unsavory lot.
You haven't seen anything suspicious, have you? I mean, the police are still, combing this place.
What was the crime?
Murder.
Oh, I'm so glad you're still awake.
Yeah, I am, but please, Lucy.
I am so angry I could scream. Your father has no shame. I mean, no scruples whatsoever. How long is this going to go on, Michael? When is this going to stop?
Wait a minute. Does this have anything to do with Amanda showing up at the meeting the other day?
Well, one might say it does. Between your sister showing up and my brother's idiocy, I'm amazed I'm still standing, but I assure you, I will not go down without a fight.
This is not the night for this, okay?
Alan Michael, you'll go down, too. That's exactly what he wants. He wants to strip us both of everything.
Well, I am not concerned with what my father has done with his shares of Spaulding, ma'am.
Alan Michael, you don't know anything about this. I saw him with my own eyes. The man he's mad. He's totally mad. Now, you've got to back me on this. You have to help me have him declared legally insane.
I think you're the one who's gone insane.
All right, listen to me, Alan Michael. Rick Bauer found your father.
Bully for him.
Yes, in Goshen, Indiana, a religious community.
Really? Is that right?
Alan Michael, this is serious business.
Well, I'm sure it's serious to him, too, Alex. Hey, maybe he's going to repent for all of his sins.
Yes, well, his sins are the issue here. Thanks to him, we have Amanda on the loose and Spaulding going to hell in a handbasket.
Look, you're just angry because my half-sister has all of my father's shares of Spaulding.
Well, you're damn right I am. But not for long, because now that I know where he is, it's clear to me that he was totally out of his mind when he turned over all of his shares to him, and I know how to get them back.
I don't want to hear this, okay?
Alan Michael, you should be thanking me. I know how to get them.
That's it, okay? That's enough. You know, you say you've changed, but you haven't. Just
All
leave,
right,
leave now before I lose my temper, all right?
What? How can you be so short-sighted? Look, all I'm trying to do is help.
Get out, please. I have other things in my life to think about.
Really? What other things? What's more important than a demise of
Me.
Spaulding?
I think he means me.
Oh, I know you two lovebirds. It's terribly important. Every evening you
No,
spend
excuse
together.
me, Miss Spaulding, but I had a test. And it turns out that I'm HIV positive. Yes. I got it when I was raped by Brent Lawrence, one of the up-and-coming Spaulding executives. Now, what were you saying about important things?
Was this the killing that Lucy and Alan Michael were questioned about?
Yeah, right here at this very spot.
This happened here?
Yeah, it sure did. As a matter of fact, now you see why I don't want you to be down here?
No, just the thought of something as grotesque as murder makes me sick at my stomach.
Are you okay?
No, I'm sure I will be. I think the best place for me is home. Would you mind terribly giving me a lift?
Well, how did you get here?
Well, foolishly, I took a taxi. Who's that?
That's my partner. Look, just stay tight right here. If you see anything, yell. I'll be right back. I'm coming! Hold on! Gee.
Like mother, like son. Interfering little worms. The whole Cooper clan in that right, Bye-bye, Nadine.
I didn't know any of this was going on. Why didn't you tell me?
After the way you treated Susan, I don't think so.
Oh, I overreacted.
No,
First.
Alexandra, you were mean-spirited.
You never even gave her a chance.
Well, I was just worried about Nick.
No, you were selfish, Alexandra. It's why you came here tonight. You only see things in terms of your own perspective. Your money, your blasted company, that's all.
Lucy, I am so sorry. I'm so very sorry. And I will do anything and everything within my power to help you, both of you. And for no other reason than that I love you, both of you.
Want that pointer will be a decent witness? Or Lucas, he is. That guy's a picture. Come on, Corey, that guy hasn't had a silver pot in years.
Well, so he wasn't ideal, but at least I found somebody.
Yeah, well, so did I. Miss Crane, this is my partner, Nell Cleary. Nell, this is Miss Crane. Miss Crane is, works at Spaulding with my sister, Lucy.
What are you doing out here?
Well, actually, she needs a ride home, and I've got some keys here. Marion, why don't you take the keys? My car is parked at the end of the pier there. It's a blue station wagon. Lock yourself in, and we're going to finish up here, okay?
Thank you. Very kind.
It's, we won't be long, I promise, okay?
Let's take a look over here. She come here.
Take a life, Lincoln?
She fits the description of the woman Spaulding saw running away from the murdered rapist.
You bet she does. Right down to her auburn hair.
I'm not going to be intrusive at all. I just hope that you feel like you can come to me for anything you need, anything you want. And I mean that.
Thank you.
The only thing that Lucy needs right now is to just listen to the advice of her doctors and her counselor.
Yes, of course.
I need to take a second test to confirm the results. Then I'll start treatment, and then we'll see.
Well, don't forget I'm around, huh? I know I'm not quite the ogre I sometimes appear to be.
We know that.
I hope so. Look, I'm gonna get out of your hair. Well,
Thank you, Alex.
no, thank you. You and Lucy are right. Sometimes I forget the most important thing. So, you worry about her, nothing else.
Okay.
I'm okay. I just thank God I have you in my life.
Marion Crane is wearing a wig. It's a pretty good one, I'll admit that, but I'll bet my first paycheck on it.
Okay, you got it.
And I'll prove it. But first, we call Cutter and ask if we can bring Marion down to the station for questioning.
Okay, hold on. Now I know you're looped. A tall woman wearing a wig proves nothing.
Oh, come on, Cooper, you're thinking the same thing I am.
Okay, yes, it's a little weird that she was down here around the docks and all that, but we have no reason to bring her in. We need probable cause.
Hey, if you think I'm gonna sit on my
All I'm
death...
saying is that we really need to be smart about this. Somebody's got to chat the babe up on the way home. I vote for me. Bye.
Hey, wait up, Cooper!
Alan Michael, hope I'm not interrupting. Lucy wasn't at her desk.
Yeah, actually, I'm very busy today, Alex. What is it?
Yes, I know. Your focus is all on Lucy, whereas it's exactly where it should be. I just don't want you to worry about Amanda running amok with Alan's stock, so I have taken the liberty of hiring Laird Becker. He's an excellent attorney and a soul of discretion.
He's also one of the slickest attorneys in this country. Why did you hire him?
To get back Alan's stock before Amanda has any opportunity to use it against him.
Are you out of your mind?
No, but that is exactly how Mr. Becker plans to get Alan's stock back, by proving that your father is out of his mind. Alan Michael, it breaks my heart that you and Lucy have to go through this. The fact is that the problems at Spaulding are every bit as real, and I want to do something to help.
Well, I can't concentrate on Lucy knowing that you're here stirring up imaginary intrigues between my sister and my father.
Well, I didn't create the problems. Your father's the one who ran off to some silly commute.
I don't want to hear it, Alex.
Well, you're being foolish and short-sighted, my dear. Look, your father's either plotting something, if he's not nuts, and he's using his daughter to go along with it. Now, one way or another, it has to be nipped in the bud.
Remember when you came to me after my father left town and you asked me, no, excuse me, you begged me to take you back into this company?
Are you going to throw that up in my face now?
You remember you did that, and I promised that I would keep up my end of the bargain. You remember that?
If you're going to be angry with someone, you should be angry at your sister.
No, I can only be angry with you because you're the one who's driving me crazy. Now, I'm going to only say this one time, Alex. I will not be dragged into these power plays that pass for Spaulding family amusement, okay? I am tired of it. I'm tired of it all.
Well, at least let me do something to stop your sister.
No. Just put it to bed, all right?
Fine. You just hide your head in the sand if you have to. But let me warn you. Oh, by the way, if you happen to stop by the house later, you will see a moving van there with some very bitter, burly men dropping off all kinds of boxes. If your father's not moving back home, guaranteed your sister is back for good.
Okay, so Amanda has moved into the family mansion, but you asked her to.
Ah, for a visit, not for life.
Well, then tell her to move out.
Yeah, not until I find out what she's up to.
Well, then why don't you ask her? Wouldn't that be a novel idea? Because it's important to you, but it's not to me.
Well, you have the luxury at the moment of feeling that way since Spaulding's moving along so nicely. But you throw Amanda into the mix, and I guarantee you it'll change on a dime.
Well, I will deal with that when and if it happens.
Amanda is up to something. I can smell it.
Okay, that's your opinion. But my opinion is that ever since she's been in town for the very short time that she has been, she's been very nice.
She's a brazen suck-up, and you fell for it.
Well, she sure saved us a chunk of change on that satellite deal of yours.
Penny wise and pound foolish.
Okay,
She
fine.
just did it
That's
to get in your
enough.
favor.
That's enough. The subject is closed. I've said all I'm going to say about it. Now, if you have something concrete on Amanda, then I will listen.
You want something concrete? I know for a fact that she's had her hand in the till. Well, she rifled through my desk, found a cash fund that I keep there for emergencies, payouts, and things like that, and just helped herself.
How much money did she take?
Well, the amount of money is really irrelevant. Your sister stole from me, that's the point. I mean, that's gall, that's arrogance.
How much money did she take?
It's cash today, it's Spaulding tomorrow.
How much?
$50.
$50? Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex, you better fire the help. Sell the rolls. Check the sofa for
All
some
right.
change. Are you lucky you didn't lose cable?
All right, you know it's not important about the amount of the money. The fact is that she took advantage of me, and this is just a sign of things to come.
Did you actually see her take the money?
No. But I can tell you for sure it was she.
Alex, have you ever heard of something called petty cash? You know, she has been in town a very short time. She hasn't got a bank account. Maybe she just borrowed it.
Oh, my nephew, the ostrich. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. This is just a sign. You're going to ruin the day you opened your arms to her. And
Hello, Alan Michael. You have a minute for your sis?
oh, what's your wallet?
Yes, Amanda, please come in.
Hello, Alex. Didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, well, you know, contrary to popular belief, I do go out in the daylight sometimes.
It's too bad we haven't had more time to spend together.
Yes, well, now that you moved in lock, stock, and stock, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot more.
Is there something that I can do for you?
Well, maybe we should talk another time when you're not so busy.
Oh, no, Alan Michael always has time for family, don't you, dear?
I have to leave, so if it's important.
Well, I know I haven't been back in Springfield for very long. Certainly not long enough for you to trust me.
Well, certainly not long enough for me to mistrust you either.
That's sweet. But you and I both know that Father's giving me his stock was controversial, to say the least. I mean, for all you know, I could be his spy. I know the kind of games Father can play. You're not the only one who's been burned by his so-called love. I didn't even get to be second best.
I'm listening. Go on.
Believe it or not, Father's gift was a stunning surprise, and I mean to make good use of it and help myself in the process.
You found a way to do both?
With your permission, I would like to come to work for you at Spaulding. I think I can make a real contribution to the company.
Well, I'd like to get to know you too, Amanda, but I'm not really sure that this is the way to go.
I won't let you down. I had a hand in running things once, so I'm familiar with the business. And I also happen to be one of your major stockholders. So I can defend your policies to the board if I have a hand in making them.
I see that you've thought this thing through. Okay. What title would you like?
Title? I don't need a title. Just a chance to prove myself. And to feel like I am part of this family. I promise you, if you take me on, you won't be sorry. No pressure, Alan Michael. If you don't want me on board, I'll understand.
Oh, I will, too.
Welcome to Spaulding, Miss Spaulding.
Thank you very much. Don't know what this means to me.
Yeah, well, I want Spaulding to be a family company, and with you on board, I hope that that is a step in the right direction. You do your job, I don't have any problem with you. If you don't, stock or no stock, you're out of here.
I think that sounds fair enough. Oh, I hope I have your blessings.
I'm speechless with delight.
Wow, there's a first.
No, seriously, darling, I mean that. I think it's going to be so much fun running the company, all three of us. One big happy family. And I'm just so glad Alan had the good sense to turn over your stock to someone so capable before he went stark raving mad.
Okay, so you got a lead on who killed the rapist.
Yes, sir, we do.
We do.
A strong possibility.
Very strong.
You got a name?
Yeah. Her name is,
Good morning, Elaine. Oh, it's later than you think, Marion. Good afternoon.
Ah, is it after 12 already?
she's over there.
Marion Crane, you have got to be kidding. All right, what are you guys trying to sell me here?
She's the one.
You're saying that
Yes, sir. That's exactly what we're saying. Crane, Marion Crane.
the bookkeeper at Spaulding Enterprises.
Yeah, well, that's her day job.
You're saying that this homely woman over here is moonlighting at night as a killer?
Yes, Cutter, we think there's a very good chance.
Yeah, look at the facts, Detective. The perp had to be at least 5'8", maybe even 5'10", and very strong to inflict those kind of knife wounds.
Well, she's big enough, I'll grant you that.
And forensics found a hair in the guy's hand. We know it came from a wig.
Right, auburn mist in color, just like Marion's.
You think that's a wig?
Looks like one to me.
Well, we're not for sure, but we can always ask her.
Well, actually, I got a better idea. I could borrow her hairbrush. There's bound to be broken hairs lodged in the bristles.
That's a good idea. As a matter of fact, maybe your lab can make a match.
There's got to be 1,000 auburn mist wigs.
Yeah, but we've got more.
Look, Cleary, put the brakes on here, all right? This is really way out of line. I appreciate your enthusiasm. You guys are cadets. You're not police officers yet.
The other night, we saw Marion down on the docks. Well, actually, Frank ran into her, but we both talked to her.
Yeah, it was the exact same spot where the victim was found.
What were you guys doing on the docks?
So, have you decided yet?
Well, it all looks delicious, but I'm really not that hungry. Actually, I was hoping to run into Lucy or my boss, Ellen Michael.
Well, they don't always have their lunch here.
Well, that's too bad. Maybe they went someplace else. Is that a policeman over there?
Yes, that's Detective Patrick Cutter, and my husband's in his class at the police academy.
Oh, yes, I remember. I've met him before. He's very handsome. Detective Cutter, I mean.
Oh, you think so? Oh, well, I happen to know he is very available.
Well, I wasn't thinking anything like that. Still, they do look very serious over there. Do you know what it's about?
Oh, all I know is that Frank insisted that Patrick meet them here.
That's very exciting. Police work. Excuse me for a moment, will you? Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you.
Oh, Marion, right?
That's right.
Oh, hi.
Nice to see you. I wanted to thank you both so much for the other night. It was so silly of me the way I lost my way.
Well, glad we could help.
Detective, you remember Marion Crane, don't you?
Oh, of course I do.
Yes,
Yes, I interviewed you when Lucy's car was vandalized.
of course, Detective. Nice to see you again.
Same here.
Yes. And you. I hardly recognized you at all from the other night when you were out on stakeout on the docks. Forgive me, but the hooker clothes don't suit you at all.
It's not what you think, Detective.
Miss Crane, would you excuse us? I need to talk to my cadets outside.
Certainly.
Alone. Now, please.
Oh, my. Was it something I said?
You know, we have a word to describe what you two...
Detective, if you just listen to us, we'll be...
Quiet, Cooper. It's called impersonating a police officer. Chapter 22 in your text. I'm sure you're both acquainted with that one. It's designed to keep civilians from doing law enforcement work on their own.
Well, wouldn't you say we're a little bit closer?
Clary, did I talk to you?
No, sir. Permission to speak freely, sir?
Go ahead.
Didn't you tell us that being a good police officer is more than just going by the book? That everything isn't black and white?
Yes, sir, and that the cop on the beat provides the shades of gray. Now, that's in my notes, sir.
Oh, so you're suggesting that you're in the gray on this one, huh?
Well, we are officers in training.
And being that everything Cadet Clary and I've been through...
Wouldn't you say that we're a lot closer to being law enforcement officers than civilians?
Clary, if you were a veteran, your butt would be in the grinder for this one. A private stakeout, dressed up as a hooker in a high crime zone with no badge, with no firearm, and most importantly, no backup?
That's not true, sir. I was Cadet Clary's backup.
You were on her stakeout?
No, sir. I was on one of my own, but the stakeouts overlapped.
Chapter 9, night surveillance.
Huh. I thought you guys were just doing random classroom speculations on an unsolved homicide.
Until now, sir.
We have a crime without an eyewitness, no motive.
Well, sir, you know, right or wrong, the most important thing is that we found Marion Crane at the crime scene.
Oh, I see. She returned to the scene of the crime just like in the movies, huh, Cooper?
Detective, I know it's not enough information, but remember when we were talking to Ellen Michael and Lucy about the stabbing? Marion Crane got very nervous. As a matter of fact, she practically jumped out of her skin.
Well, that's understandable. The woman was a victim of rape herself. Talking about a violent crime would give her the jitters.
I agree, sir, but being that she was raped before, my guess is that she would rather kill than be raped again.
That makes sense to me, sir.
That makes sense to you, does it? Well, I've got a real problem here. I have two cadets that have taken on a case they have no right to take on.
You're right, sir. But won't you at least admit that we could be right about Marion Crane? Couldn't we?
This is excellent.
It's very soothing, isn't it? I put honey in mine.
I'll try it that way next time. So, Where's your mother-in-law, the blonde? I forget her name.
Oh, Nadine?
Yes, Nadine. I haven't seen her today.
Oh, she's away. She's taking the trip of a lifetime.
Well, good for her. I'm sure she deserves it.
Yeah, she does. You know, I miss her and her cards and her fortune telling.
Is that right? Is that what she's into?
Oh, yes. Everyone used to tease her about it, but she took it very seriously. And I think she was pretty good, you know, psychic.
Some people are.
Yeah. And she had these flashes where she thought she could see into the future. And I used to get her to predict my future, too, but then I stopped when it started getting too scary.
Too scary?
Yeah, she started seeing a murder.
How chilling.
It's awful. We couldn't get her to shake it, and the visions kept coming more and more often.
Well, I really don't believe in those things.
Ah, I didn't either. But she was very intense about it. I hope she stopped having them by now.
Well, I imagine she has. But tell me, what exactly was she seeing?
All right, it's possible that Marion Crane could have put a shiv in our rapist. It's possible, cadets, okay? But it's also possible that Marion Crane could be a serial killer. But it's a pretty big stretch, isn't it?
Oh, come on, Cutter. It all fits.
Fitz. I'll tell you what, Fitz, you two are on 24-hour suspension, effective immediately.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
Fair? Fair is keeping you on at the academy, and that's what I'm going to do, for now. But I'll tell you what, you go anywhere near Marion Crane, her purse, her hairbrush, or anything else you two dream up.
Sir, please.
I don't want to hear any arguments, Cleary. Your like a cop excuse is real lame. You know, veteran police officers, this is grounds for dismissal. Obeying orders is the most fundamental and important thing about being a police officer, and you two seem to have a real problem with that one. Now, you either get with the program or you get something else to do. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you stay away from Marion Crane.
What exactly did Nadine see in these psychic flashes of hers?
Very scary images. And she said that the visions would come in pieces, and that the first one was a candlestick being brought down hard. And when it came back up again, it was covered in blood.
Did you say, candlestick? That's very strange.
Oh, and that's not the worst part. She started having these flashes of white roses.
Roses. What could be sinister about roses?
And they started out white, and then they were covered in blood.
How could she be sure it wasn't red paint, for
Oh,
instance?
she knew it was blood.
Well, what else did she see?
She saw a woman's earring falling to the ground. Is that creepy or what?
Yes. Very.
Nadine definitely knew someone was going to be killed, and it was going to be a woman. Are you okay?
Yeah, Levy? Yeah, don't ask me how my lunch was, okay? Listen, I want you to get a spreadsheet on Marion Crane with a C, like crumb cake. She works at Spaulding Enterprises. Hey, Levy, just keep it between you and me, all right? Yeah.
Marion, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Really, I'm fine.
Can I get you something?
I still don't handle violence too well, I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think your descriptions were a little too vivid for me.
No, I shouldn't have told you.
No, it's not your fault. Things like that always get me. Movies or television, even cartoons. I avoid them like dark alleys. I wish I could be more like Lucy. She seems to be able to handle everything in stride, you know? Of course, you know her much better than I do.
Oh, she's family. And you're right, she's pretty incredible. I mean, if it were me having to go through what she's going through now, and now waiting for the follow-up test results, and
What follow-up test results?
Oh, at the hospital. It's a second blood test to confirm the original diagnosis.
A second blood test? It never occurred to me. Well, when did she have it? Today? This morning? Yesterday? It was all for nothing.
what was all for nothing? Lucy.
Hi.
Michael. Hi.
Marion, what are you doing here?
Hi, I hope you don't mind my taking a little break here.
No, of course not. How's the audit going?
Oh, I've been with them all morning. I think it's going to go fine. They went to lunch, so I decided to get out of the building myself. Well, you two look relaxed. I knew Eleni had to be wrong.
Wrong about what?
Well, she thought that Lucy had to take a second HIV test.
Oh, well, that's right, I did.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
Well, what do you know? She was right after all. So, Lucy, what happened? Are the results the same?
We haven't gotten the results of the test back yet.
The waiting is the hardest part.
Not that I really know what the rush is. I'm sure I'm going to turn out HIV positive same as
Stop.
last time.
Maybe, but maybe not, Lucy.
Why would the outcome be any different?
Well, I've read about false positives with test results before. I mean, they don't happen often, but they do happen. See, Lucy could be negative even though the results came out positive. That's why people have a second test.
Listen, I don't want to get my hopes up. I'm HIV positive, and that's that.
Will you two do something with her, please? I gotta go check the office.
I think you're smart to accept things as they are, Lucy. We can hope for miracles, but sometimes there just aren't any.
And sometimes there are. And either way, you need to get something to eat.
Yes, she's right. You need to keep your energy up. Worrying all the time can sap the energy out of anyone.
That's very sweet of you to think of me.
Well, you're in my thoughts day and night. And if you ever need anyone to talk to or a shoulder to cry on, you come find me. I'll take care of you.
Well, thank you, but really, I don't want anybody to fuss about me. I haven't changed. I'm still me.
Well, you may be the same, Lucy, but you can't deny things are different. I mean, you live each day with a frightening killer stalking you. He could strike you anytime, anywhere, without warning, without remorse.
I hadn't really thought about it that way.
Well, it's obvious. I mean, you and Alan Michael go on as if nothing's the matter. I can't tell you how that amazes me.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the worst will come someday, but I'll just take it head on then, just like Susan.
Susan, she's your role model then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
Why? You don't like her?
Lucy, please don't think me unkind, but Susan puts up such a wall. It is impossible to get close to her.
She doesn't do that with me.
Well, that's because both of you have the problem. She shuts out anyone who isn't like her, and I wouldn't want you to do that. Closing yourself off like that is a lonely way to...
To what, die?
Lucy, I was going to say live. Is dying what runs through your mind every night?
Well, yes. When it's dark and still and I close my eyes and think that could be it for the last time. I do. I watch my life slip away and I think, wow, there's no more music or laughter or snow or sun or cheeseburgers or fun or Al Michael. I'm scared to die. I'm just not ready for it yet.
Oh, Lucy. You have no idea what it means to see you suffer like that.
Hey, Patrick, where's Frank?
It's a long story, Elaine.
I'm a good listener.
Well, I'm sure Frank will fill you in when he gets back. Tell me about Marion Crane. Does she eat here a lot?
Men are so cute when they're shy.
Come again?
Patrick, if you're interested in Marion, all you have to do is say so.
No. You don't understand.
No, it's okay. I mean, I could get her number, you can call her. I'm sure she'd love to go out with you.
Eleni, sweetheart, I'm sure that matchmaking's all the rage in Greece, but I don't need any help to ask a woman out.
And are you dating anyone?
That's not the point.
Well, Marion isn't dating anyone either. She's so shy. I know you could bring her out of her shell.
You do, huh? Well, look, I'm dateless by choice. You see, I've had enough trouble with women over the years that it just doesn't work.
All right, I'll stay out of it, but I still think that she is a good catch.
She may be that.
Oh, you want some coffee?
Sure.
So how's Frank doing at the academy?
Frank. Oh, he's making quite the impression on the department, that's for sure.
You want some baklava with that?
How about a scoop?
Ice cream?
No. The dish. On Marion?
I knew it. Oh, you two would make such a great couple.
Well, tell me about it. Now, she works in the accounting department at Spaulding, right? You know what she does?
Oh, well, you're asking me. You should talk to Lucy. She and Marion are very close.
Right. I'll do that.
So, how are things at the office?
Well, don't tell anybody, but the place practically runs itself. Come on, we can get to the hospital in time for your test results. They have them so soon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Wyatt's rushing them through. He said they'd be done at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and if we hurry, we can just make it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Well, I'll leave with you then. No, don't let us rush you. No, it's those auditors. They're running me ragged. I have a 4 o'clock deadline also. Oh, all right.
You'll call me when you hear anything?
Yep, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah. Tell my dad I'll talk to him later, all right?
I will. Good luck.
Miss Crane. Miss Crane, do you have a minute?
Detective Credit, I would love to sit and chat with you, but I really don't have time right now.
Duty calls.
Yes, you could say that. I take my job very seriously.
Well, we have a lot in common then.
Well, I really must run. I have a 4 o'clock deadline. The auditors are reviewing our books, and I have to show them the latest quarterly figures. You understand? Thank you.
Well, this will just take a few minutes of your time. Please, Miss Crane.
All right.
Good. Can I buy you some lunch, a cup of coffee?
No, thank you. I just ate.
Please, sit down.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Well, it's about you being on the dock the other night.
Oh, yes. I suppose you'd like to know why I was there.
Well, it crossed my mind.
Yes, well, I thought maybe your cadets would have explained that to you. See, I was looking for Alan Michael's yacht. I wanted to see Lucy. But I got disoriented in the fog, like all women. I'm awful with directions. So, thank goodness your cadet, Mr. Cooper, found me when he did. Yeah.
Whoa, couldn't agree more.
Yes, absolutely. So, is there a problem, Detective?
Well, it's just, when I came to Spaulding Enterprises when the dockside murders happened, you were greatly upset about it, and I'm just surprised that you would show up anywhere near the area.
I didn't plan to. I got lost, you remember.
In the fog?
Yes.
As you said.
Yes.
Well, the docks are well patrolled now, but the killer's still on the loose, and, well, if that killing was intentional, he or she is still out there and could strike again in the same area, and I just want you to be careful. I mean, a single woman like yourself.
Thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind.
Please do. I'd hate to see anything happen to you.
4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock.
Well, if that's all, I'll be going then.
Well, there is just one more thing, Miss
I'm
Crane.
really running out of time.
Well, it's just, did you see anything suspicious that night?
No, I didn't. Nothing. Not at all.
Anything.
Sorry.
Could be something
No.
as innocuous as a parked car. I want you to
Detective,
think about it.
I have told you I don't have time for this. Stop harassing me. It's okay. Come on, we're gonna get through this thing together, remember? You and me? There's no reason for you to be afraid.
No, I think I'm over being afraid. It's more like I'm just tired of all these programs and strategies and medicines. I want to make the best of the time that I have left.
We will, okay? Both of us. And you will. Especially with this new regimen that you're supposed to start.
I know. I just feel like I'm spending the rest of my life fighting death, and I want to spend it living.
Okay. You will, I swear it.
I know it's going to turn out the same. I just don't want to hear it again. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I guess I can. Look, if you don't want to know the test results now, we can come back later. I'm sure it would be all right with Wyatt. He's pretty cool. He understands.
No, I want to get this over with. Let's go.
Hey, trick or treat if it ain't my favorite counselee. Come on in. What a mess. Look at this. It's for the Halloween party. Am I life after HIV or what, Lucy? I mean, I've graduated to party favors and bad Darth Vader imitations. Watch. Would you like some candy?
Actually, we're here for Lucy's test results.
I know that. I'm just trying to lighten things up. Alan Michael, you gotta stop thinking about HIV all the time or you're gonna drive yourself nuts.
Yeah, that's what I keep telling him.
Well, check your girlfriend. She's got her act together. So I'll let some candy.
Okay, all right.
Good. Now let's hope Mary Poppins is right and a spoonful of sugar helps the whatever.
You gonna call the lab?
Oh, he's psychic. You should have your own psychic hotline.
You're a comedian.
I bet they'd answer the phone faster, too. Pick up. It took you long enough to answer. What's going on down there? Oh, okay. Yeah. I need the HIV test results for Lucy Cooper, not a monologue, okay? Patient number?
11937.
11937. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. We're up here waiting. Okay. Your results are due any minute. They're going to be posted as soon as they come up. Look, I know waiting's the worst. Have some more candy.
I'm sorry, Detective. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to snap. It's just the pressure I've been under at work, you see. Between the auditors and the IRS deadline, I'm terrified something's going to slip through the cracks. That's why I need to leave.
It's quite all right, Miss Crane. You know, I'd hate to get a nice woman like you in trouble, please.
Thank you.
Oh, Mary, I made another cup of that tea you like so much. Come on, it's still in the house.
Not now. Delaney, another time, okay? I have a 4 o'clock deadline. Bye-bye.
Oh, Miss Crane, before I forget.
Please make it quick, Detective.
Well, I teach a self-defense class for women at the gym. WSPR sponsors it. Perhaps Lucy's told you about it?
Yes.
Well, since you were assaulted, too, and the class helped Lucy so much after that awful attack by Brent Lawrence, I thought maybe you'd like to join us sometime.
Well, I can't make any promises, but I'll certainly think about it. Thank you.
Well, you do that, please. Because I bet you could do some damage to somebody if you put your mind to it.
You're too kind. Idiot cop. Spewing safety tips. It'd be like I got nothing better to do. Come on. Come on. All right, Lucy's test results were due back at 4 o'clock. It can't be too late. It can't be too late. I didn't go to all this trouble to blow it now. In like Flynn. Now, patient ID number 11937. Better known as Unlucky Lucy Cooper.
Well, this is really something.
What is it, Wyatt?
Why, please, you don't have to soften it. I know it says positive.
No, Lucy, your test results came back negative. The second test results came back negative.
Let me see.
Look. Yeah, I don't believe it. Wait, does this mean that the first one was wrong and that I'm not sick after all?
It can't be too late. I went to too much trouble to blow it now. In like Flynn. Now, patient ID number 11937. Better known as Unlucky Lucy Cooper. This has to work, Lucy. I have to have changed your results in time. You know that, right? Because you haven't suffered enough. Not nearly enough. All my hard work cannot be for nothing.
Negative? If his test is negative, I mean, this can't be possible. Is this possible? Maybe, you mean maybe I'm not sick after all?
Come
Come on, help us out here. How can this be, you know? How can you just explain the discrepancy between this and the first test?
I can't. I honestly can't. This has never happened to me.
I mean, could it be a mistake? Could it be a computer error?
Is this one on?
Come on, this is torture, man. You gotta do something.
I'm going to. Believe me, I'm going to.
Just take it easy.
What? For crying out loud? Look at this. This makes no sense at all.
Quiet. The screen says positive.
What the hell is going on? You know, this isn't a game here. We're talking about people's lives.
Nobody understands that, but...
Well, I'm talking about Lucy's life, and I want an explanation. This whole thing's a farce. Look at this system.
Look, I know something went wrong, and I'm gonna find out what it is.
Hey, what's going on? I could hear you all...
Oh, it's nothing, Nick. Nothing at all. Just the lab screwed up on Lucy's test results.
What are you talking about, screwed up?
Well, see, she had another test to confirm the results of the first one, and the printout here, it says that she's negative this time.
Well, that's great,
Yeah, but the screen says she's still positive.
Wait a minute, how is that possible?
Yeah.
We don't know yet.
Lucy, I'm so sorry. This must be making you crazy.
Yeah, she's not the only one.
Look, Lucy, I can imagine how you must feel.
No, I don't think that anybody can imagine how I feel right now.
Look, Alan Michael has a right to be mad. I'm mad, too, and if I were you, I would have put my fist through the wall by now. But I swear to you, I'm going to find out what's going on. I'm going to go down to the lab.
Yeah, well, I'm coming with you.
No, Al Michael, please don't.
No, don't worry. They're going to get the message loud and clear from me.
Look, guys, look, I'm sorry, okay? But maybe I'm missing something here. Now, isn't it as good a chance as any that the negative result is the right result?
No, Nick, please, just don't even think that.
Wait, Lucy, you could be right.
No, I don't think so. I think that this is all just a computer error. That screen is right, and that says positive, and I can't think anything else. I am still HIV positive. Nothing has changed, so I might as well get used to thinking about it that way.
Yeah, well, Ed's gonna do something about this. Somebody's head's gonna roll.
Yeah, I'm sure that Wyatt will find out what's going on.
Yeah, well, we better come up with one in 5 minutes, an explanation, or else I'm gonna get myself some answers.
It had to have been in time. It had to. Cutter, Detective Cutter. Get out of my face. You're rattling Marion. She's coming apart. Oh, dear. Well, no sense sitting around here and worrying and waiting and wondering. I think I'll stop by the hospital and see how you're taking the bad news, my poor, sweet little Lucy. Nice costume. I hope this isn't bedtime.
It's a really bad time.
It's very important.
What is it?
It's these forms. I'm afraid it's my fault. They've been sitting on my desk. I just forget.
Wait, what? What?
They're IRS forms. I'm sorry, but if they're not signed and sent in today, Spaulding will be assessed
You're
a
bringing me
penalty.
IRS forms now? What, are you crazy?
Well, I thought you would have wanted to avoid the penalty. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
No, you didn't realize, Marion. Maybe you should have called first.
Michael,
It's
please,
really not a...
please. She's only trying to help. Marion, can this be done another time?
I feel very bad about interrupting. I'm sorry. I was just doing my job. How are you, Lucy?
There's been a mix-up in my test results.
How do you mean?
We've got 2 answers.
Oh, no. Well, what can you do? What can be done? Surely
I don't know.
something.
Wyatt is down at the lab now, so I'm sure he's working it out.
Yeah,
first.
why is he? Why isn't he gonna get back yet?
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go see what's keeping him so much. You wanna come with me?
No, you go ahead. I'll keep her company. She won't be alone.
You know, wait a minute, Al Michael. Hold on a second.
What is this?
I gotta talk to you about Marion.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at her that way. I shouldn't have overreacted. But this whole thing has got me so crazy, Nick. Just, I know that she's, Lucy's friend and everything.
Yeah, well, think again, cousin.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that Marion might not be such a good friend.
Wait a minute. Where's this coming from?
I don't like her, Alan Michael. And Susan doesn't either. And I'll tell you something. I think you should keep Lucy away from her. Far away. Marion said some really lousy things to Susan about being HIV positive. I'm telling you, Alan Michael, if she were a man, I would not gonna freaking...
Slow down. What did she say?
Oh, something to the effect of that she was going to get sick real soon, and the chances were that she was going to die a miserable, lonely death.
What? Marion said this?
Yeah, and more. I'm telling you, Alan Michael, she painted a really grisly picture, one that she didn't back off from.
Well, I hope that Susan, told her off.
What, are you kidding me? She was so stunned, she didn't know what to do. I mean, what do you say to somebody when they come and attack you like that?
I just didn't picture Marion as being so ignorant.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Susan doesn't think it has anything to do with ignorance. Marion has this thing about Lucy. Now, I don't know if you've noticed it, but she's giving the impression that she doesn't want anybody to get close to her. And I'm talking about you, too, Alan Michael.
Maybe I should have a talk with Miss Crane. I'm just gonna have to wait. I gotta straighten out this mess with this test results.
I don't know how you can stand it, Lucy. No one should have to go through anything like this.
What else can I do?
Well, you could get out of this hospital, for one thing. It's very stressful. Someone in your condition should avoid stress at all costs.
Well, I feel fine, though. I mean, I feel fine. I just have a million things going through my head all at once. That's all. Of course.
It's a terrible burden to bear, I understand. This hideous disease, it breaks people. You should protect yourself.
Well, I'm doing the best I can.
Well, I can help you a little. Let's get out of here. I'll drive you home. Alan Michael can handle all this. I'll drive you home. I have a car right outside.
No, that won't be necessary, Marion. If Lucy wants to go anywhere, I'll take her. If she wants to stay, I'm right here.
Well, I was just trying to be of some help.
I'm sure you were. But look, don't let us keep you.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever Lucy wants, whatever makes Lucy more comfortable, that's what I'm after.
You know, that's what we're all after.
I'll stay. Thank you, Marion.
Of course.
Here we go. Results straight from the lab, and we check with your sample, Lucy. Patient number 11937, test number 2, results negative.
Right.
This is the true result, Lucy. Your test really came back negative. Did you hear what I said, Lucy? You're negative. The lab checked again, and you're negative.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think. I mean, first it turns out positive, and then it turns out negative.
Well, I would think that the second test is the one you should believe, Lucy.
Is it? I mean, are we sure that this is the right one? Am I really supposed to be happy, or is this the one that's wrong?
Yeah, she's got a point, Wyatt. Can she trust this? I mean, how does the computer say one thing, print one thing and then display another?
Alan Michael, I saw this result
Well,
myself.
look, I know what you saw and I know what's fact. We have a problem here. I'm not trying to take it out on you, Wyatt. It's just how the hell does a computer, print up one thing and then show something else on the screen?
It's a glitch. I know it sounds lame.
Yeah,
but
it is a little lame. Nick, come here. Look at this for a second, would you?
All right, patient number 11937, positive.
Right. Now, what does the lab say?
Negative. And they said they entered it into the computer as negative, too.
Well, they couldn't have.
Wait, how many other results have been affected?
Well, we don't know that yet, and it's going to take some time to check all of them.
Well, if there was a virus in the system, that would mean that there would have to be some other errors with the other results.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Okay, wait a minute. How many other people have access to these results?
HIV results?
Yeah.
3 or 4, no more than 3 or 4 technicians and me. And each result is completely confidential. That's why we use numbers instead of names. Now, I have talked to everyone who might have had anything to do with Lucy's test, and I don't know what to tell you.
You know, something isn't adding up here. If the lab technicians are doing their job correctly, then there has to be something wrong with this computer.
Yeah, or somebody switched Lucy's test results.
Who would do that?
I don't know. Somebody very sick?